Hey bulls, happy public holiday. How you doing? Well, let's do a quick look at Bitcoin price action and an altcoin that's going to be posted on the Trade Ideas setup. You can look at it. You can cheat there at the top. We've been waiting for this one to be in a decent area, and let's take a look at it. But first, Bitcoin price. So the Bitcoin price, this is Bitcoin price on the daily chart. One candle equals 1 day. A couple of lines on the chart at the moment. So we'll just go through how we got there and how to draw them. So firstly, let's start with the trend lines. So what you want to do with trend lines is just simply draw them and depict them however you like. That's the pro and the con about trend lines. You're going to see what you want to see. But the trick, got a bit of indigestion at the moment, pretty rare. So please excuse that. We've got, don't worry, I thought I was invincible too. I can help you draw trend lines by this simple fact, and that is price action is not perfect. Price action is going to throw people off, and it's going to take advantage of the fact that people draw trend lines wrong all the time. The best way you can draw trend lines is by just following the average price with the line. So for example, if price is going like this, and it does crazy shit like price does, you can see clearly that most of the time the price is like around that line or around this line. You don't want to try and line all the tops up or line the bottoms up, sort of thing like that. You want to line up where the price spends most of its time at the top. So as you can see here, it spends a lot of its time at the top there, at the top here, a little bit of a deviation. This is a bull trap. So people that have drawn a trend line from here to here, they go, oh shit, breakout, big, strong green candle breakout, and they lose. Most traders, most people trying to trade lose money. So what we can do to avoid this is know that most people draw basic patterns and fail with the basic patterns. So when basic patterns get broken, people jump onto it and then they get wrecked. They get wrecked. So just by chilling and drawing a trend line that just scoops up the majority of the pattern of the price action and the pattern, you can see here that trend line basically revolves there. There's always going to be traps. There's always going to be breakouts, and most of them are fake outs. That's why pattern trading is rough. Another one here. So where do we draw this one? What do you reckon? I'm thinking probably right here. So why do I do it right there? We've got candle closes, so we prioritize the candle closes. We've got a lot of hits here, so it's a cluster. It's around the bottom. You see a lot of wicks. So these wicks have less power, especially because we're looking at individual. When you're looking at a chart, you're looking at an exchange. Especially if you zoom in even closer. So we're going to a 4-hour chart now. You can see it might look a bit more understandable. So you've got a range here, which is something that my eyes picked up as well. So we're starting the trend line on top of the range. We're picking up a scoop. You've got a trap here, a couple of wicks trap here, but they cluster around that sort of area. You've got a scoop. You've got a hit back up. Some price action there. You can see a little range there. If you zoomed into a short-term time frame, you'd see a bit of a range here. And then you've got a massive bear trap that has just been basically reclaimed and reactioned. So that is where I would draw this falling pizza pattern, and they have a larger in the trading world of statistics. 68% is a large probability to break to the upside, especially ones where they've deviated and reclaimed. You can also draw trend lines. This is the thing about diagonal trend lines. You can also draw trend lines like this. I wouldn't be adverse to that as well. Regardless, the price action's reclaimed straight back into it, and it is continuing. Now, what we can see here also is some knots. So these knots are going to be previous ranges that were on the way up. I'm going to move my head's in the way a little bit. Previous ranges on the way up. So most likely after a distribution pattern, like what we've seen up here, the price will stop when it tries to untie a knot, unless the trend is most likely going to finish. So we drag a line across this range here, and as you can see, the price hasn't gone anywhere near it. If you zoom in even closer, you'll see there was a small range over here. This is a small knot, but if we go like this, boom, boom, click and drag, look at that. Perfectly, exactly where the price froze. It tried to untie this small knot. So you've got a small knot here, and then you've got a bigger knot, the one that we just dragged across below. So you've got small knot, big knot. Price tried to untie it, failed, bang, back into the pattern. So that's two strong pieces of pattern technical analysis. It's basic technical analysis, but it's simple. Simple technical analysis is good technical analysis. Now, there's two types of ways that you can play this. This is speculating and investing, which is one type, which is sort of bigger moves, swing trades, you're speculating. Or then there's trading, where you get like a signal, maybe something happened. You can have any type of trading, any type of signal. This price went here, so I do this, and there's no variables. The speculating is you have an idea and then you act upon the idea. And then the trading is you get a signal and you have to do this when this does this. For example, excuse the gas, boy. On the 30-minute chart, the way we trade, we wait for blue bars on the BBWP. This is how I've been trading for the last maybe 6 months. Wait for blue bars on the BBWP. That means volatility is collapsing. That means a at least large move is coming. As you can see here, we have gone long on these areas as the signal has told us to go long on those blue bars. So currently we're long. That's how we trade. It's as simple as that. Now moving on to the altcoin. So the altcoin is Brett. You know, we've been watching this for a while. I've had some alerts set. Just want to show you a basic pattern. I'll post it in the Trade Ideas channel. A little bit more here. There's just a basic Adam and Eve double bottom pattern. It is basically a liquidation event, which is the Adam, which is the Willy, and the Eve, which is a rounded bottom. Rounded bottoms typically pay the bills. That's the saying. And the price basically just does not go back to where it was in the liquidation event. It's a relatively good price pattern. It's as classic as it is. Here's another thing. I'll post this with it, but you can see here it does quite fit the bill. As the retest is basically going on right now. Again, we can move this to sort of suit how we like. Probably something like that. As you can see, there's a lot of price action sitting around here, resting up, sort of breaking down, busting on up. Might get a little retest around here. So that'll be at the time that we post the trade setup. It'll likely be very soon. Take it easy, and I'll see you over there.